What advice would you give those guys in college that want to come to the NBA?
Be mentally prepared to be very tired.
A confident group coming through the tunnel. The Pistons looking to stay focused and pick up a win. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Thursday, the Denver Nuggets come to town, tipping off a homestand for them. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Sacramento Kings.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Chris Middleton is out there with Dragic. Then it's T.J. Warren. Then there's Whiteside. And Harrell's in at the 4. And for the Pistons, we've got Spencer Dinwiddie. John Collins is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Kennard in at the small forward. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession. And in constructing lineups, Chris, there's often the dilemma of choosing rim protection versus floor spacing. To you, what matters most?
Well, to me, what matters most is floor spacing. A defense is not overrated. I'm not saying that, but it doesn't matter if you have defense and you can't score. Scoring is just as important, and you have to put pressure on that defense by scoring. And even if you have a shot blocker, what if I have guys that like shoot it outside and don't come to the paint?
Right.
Then I've already taken that shot blocker out of the game. So it's all about offense, having a balanced offense, and then guys willing to listen, pay attention to the details, and be engaged on the defensive end.
Just 4 to shoot. From deep. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. The Suns on offense.
Yeah, on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
And then it starts to become a mental block. You start to think, oh, man, I can't miss the next one.
And Dragic came into the NBA with something on his resume that not many other rookies have. He has a ring from winning the Slovenian Pro League the year before he came to America.
Break for the Phoenix Suns with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought. There is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Dragic. Gobert with the block, and they get it back. Off target from the wing.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Pistons shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
The Suns have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Pass to Whiteside. Dinwiddie against Dragic, and he converts the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
And Kennard came into the league viewed mostly as a shooter, but he's been able to provide much more than that.
I mean, better than you think when he puts the ball on the floor. Learning how to lean into defenders and step back to open up the shot is a better playmaker than he gets credit for, and we should see him take on a larger role as he develops.
From 13, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now, here's Warren. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against, and the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. Great opportunity for a 3-point play.
And Chris, just how special was it to play for Detroit in your career? What relationship does this team have with their fans?
Yeah, it was so special. I mean, being able to go home to the house that I grew up in, or to where my parents lived, and be able to go to the Pistons practice and to be part of it, to put on that jersey. It was so special, man. This team is a mainstay of the city. I mean, you feel like you can lift up the whole city when you play for the Pistons. It was such a special part of my career.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Al Fournier, what a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. To the wing on the left, lets it go from deep. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Got it off in time, and he drains the 3, but let's see, they may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. The Suns on top. They're up by 3. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. What stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Detroit, John Collins is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. Pass to Harrell. Back to Middleton. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Here's Dragic. Doesn't go that time. And the Pistons now going the other way.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Here's Dinwiddie. Rebound by the Suns.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Dragic against the bucket. Dragic has got the lead up to 5 now for Phoenix. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for Detroit. He dishes it to Fournier. Chris, there are guys that talk a lot of trash on the floor. You played against some legendary trash talkers. Who stands out in that area when you think back to when you played?
And I tell you what, the 2 guys that are on my mind, they definitely could have talked trash with the best of all time, and that's Pat Beverly. We've seen what he does. He just keeps coming and coming and coming. And that guy, Day-Day, yeah, Draymond Green, the one that plays out there in Golden State. Oh, yeah, he has a mouth on him, too. I think you heard him.
And when you played, who was the best trash talk back in your day?
By far, Larry Bird and Gary Payton. Those 2 guys would talk trash that so much that you would get entertained into their talking and be like, well, what are you going to say next? I'm having a good time out here. It was always in fun, but trust me, they always wanted to stick that dagger into you, too, while they were talking.
You couldn't hide a smile either. They start getting you going. You could not hide a smile.
I couldn't, and that was my thing. I talked trash while I was smiling, so maybe no one else knew what I was saying but you. But those guys, yeah, they keep you laughing out there. They talk trash about you, themselves after they missed the shot. They would talk themselves down or talk to a fan that was talking to them. So it was always entertaining. The best trash talkers talk to everyone, not just to their opponent.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Kennard, the pass to Dinwiddie. Shot to stop the run, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Goran Dragic. The Pistons shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. And both free throws good for Dinwiddie. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
very rich history for Detroit Pistons. They've been a part of the sports scene in Detroit since 1957, and they have 3 championships to their name.
Gobert with the block. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. And it's never too early to start looking at our contenders for this year's dunk contest. There's no doubt it'll be a terrific showdown of some of the game's best athletes.
And it seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier concepts to the competition, the level of dunks. I think this is going to be a good one.
And you look at Collins, his athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
Back to Dinwiddie. Outside Fournier. 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Here's Kennard. Detroit, no good that time either. Phoenix leading by 10. Outside Warren. And there's the pass to Harrell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Here's Fournier. 5 points in the game. Over to the left wing. Here's Dinwiddie. Can't nail the jumper. And that does it for the first half of play. Suns lead by 12. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good. For the Suns, the first quarter was pretty even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4... Thanks for joining us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You know, Chris Middleton has really been making it happen, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
Yeah, the offense looks crisp, and guys are hitting their shots.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Monty Williams. Montrezl Harrell is out there with T.J. Warren. Then there's Whiteside. Then there's Dragic. And it's Middleton in a shooting guard.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive end.
Dragic against Dinwiddie. Dragic kicks to Harrell. That's in, coming off an assist from Dragic. And the Suns lead by 12.
A nice job taking what the defenders gave him. These guys need a gut check right now.
I mean, I don't know what they were thinking. You have to know the scouting report. He's a threat from out there.
Dinwiddie passes to Gobert. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Kennard kicks to Fournier. Passes it to Dinwiddie. Here's the 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And a coach that players love is Dwayne Casey. Very vet-friendly, sticks up for his guys in every post-game interview.
Casey is very measured in his approach. He can be a bit slow to change at times, but his players appreciate the consistency.
The Suns need to get a shot off. Harrell finds Whiteside. No good. Pistons trail by 12.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Gobert to the right side. Dragic against Dinwiddie. And Whiteside sends it back. Dinwiddie with the steal. And Whiteside sends it back. And that one drops. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. here's a look at some numbers for Dinwiddie.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Left side, Warren with his first shot attempt. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Detroit Pistons. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Gobert, the pass to Fournier. No good on the three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Ball's knocked loose. Dinwiddie with the steal. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Dinwiddie's got 6.
And that's a momentum shifter. A steal leading straight to the basket.
Dragic kicks to Middleton. Inside. Here's Whiteside. No good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort. Pistons trailed by 8.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Yeah, I imagine that's what they're thinking. You have to maximize the possession.
Here's Dinwiddie. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
And now that's a difficult shot. Tough to maintain your balance out of the spin move and still knock down the jumper.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, no need to give the ball back here. You want to close this quarter with momentum.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Now let's take a listen on head coach Dwayne Casey.
We got to get back and play with his insurgents.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Pistons trailing. They've got John Collins. Fournier out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Kennard in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. Comes up empty down low.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Harrell with it. Middleton on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. The Pistons shooting around 29% from the floor. Tough night for them all around on the offensive end. Fournier pass to Kennard. Here's Dinwiddie. And the 3 ball is good.
And you like to see since the half now, he's finally starting to come around.
Suns leading by 5. Pass to Whiteside. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. A second chance effort, and the layup is good.
And the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Now, here's Fournier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And the first one at the line is good. And so Fournier nails both of them. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Dragic looking it over. Middleton on the wing. The 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Gobert's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. And the shot goes down.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Phoenix leading by 3. Outside Dragic. 1:56 left in the fourth quarter. Middleton dishes to Dragic. Outside Warren. 4 on the clock. And shot on the way. It goes straight through with the swish. And the Suns lead by 5.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Right wing from outside the arc. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Suns have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Middleton against Fournier. Middleton can't get it to go. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
Dragic against Dinwiddie. The pass to Gobert. And the rejection by Harrell. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Middleton with it, defended by Dinwiddie. To the wing right side. Dragic kicks to Warren. Here's Harrell. Collins with some nice D.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
Well, that's why he's out there right now. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Dinwiddie passes to Kennard. Money! And now they trail by just 4. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
And that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good. That's a 6-point ball game.
Jumping on the chance to up their lead at the line.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 6. 15 seconds left in the game. What's your take, guys?
There's still a sliver of hope.
Yeah, right now it's technically a 2-possession game, but that means you'll have to hit 2 threes without your opponent scoring again.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Goran Dragic.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. They're down by 8. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, it's so important at this stage in the game for everyone to be on the same page and working together.
Here's Trent. Out to Harris for the 3. Misses the shot. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for